On Anzac Day last year, I set out on a pilgrimage to Kokoda with my friend and parliamentary colleague Jason Clare. Our trekking party included young leaders from our respective communities that had clashed violently in December of 2005. Our communities have moved on, and this trek was part of that journey. As new MPs, we were committed to replace the images of that summer with new images that told a very different story of our young people and the Australia they will create. The combination of surf lifesavers from Cronulla and young Muslims from Lakemba was no ordinary group of young people. Over 6.5 gruelling days, we followed in the footsteps of the 39th Battalion across the Owen Stanley Ranges. The trek is all you have heard about and more. It challenges the body, the mind, the soul and the spirit. The pinnacle is not when you skirt the summit of Mount Bellamy, rather it is when you step on the sacred ground of the Isurava battlefield. The last stand of Ralph Honor's tired and brave militia, the falling place of a suburban real estate from Melbourne, Bruce Kingsbury VC, whose courage turned the battle, the scene of two brothers, Stan and Butch Bissett, torn apart by the battle as one lay dying in the other's arms. Mateship, endurance, courage and sacrifice are the words etched into the stone at the Isurava Memorial. Like at Gallipoli and so many other places, this is where a young nation's blood and treasure was spent, but this time not in defence of empire, but of our home. As you spend 12 hours a day and more trudging through the PNG jungle, you reflect constantly on why these men fought and died there, and why more have continued to do so to this very day. Soldiers will tell you that in battle you fight for your mates. On that trek we also discovered our own fraternity. Our backgrounds are unimportant, as I'm sure they are unimportant to those who fought and fell there in 1942. We found a unity of purpose, we were inspired by those who went before us, and we created a shared future right there on the track. Around our many memorials and towns and parks, we rightly say that those who fell did so to secure a future for Australia. We cannot know their state of mind when they met their fate, but no one can deny what they achieved. As we prepared for and walked Kokoda, I was overwhelmed by this one thought. As Australians, we all share in the purchase of their sacrifice. No matter how recently we have arrived, or for how many generations we have been here, including our first Australians, none of us can claim a greater share of their inheritance, nor can any of us deny our participation in their great gift. Those diggers died not only for the events of their time, but for a future Australia that we now define. They no longer have a say in what we have and what we make of their legacy. However, through their sacrifice, the values carved into the stone at Isurava were also carved into our national character to remain and guide us forever. Recognition, celebration and respect for these values and the many others formed prior to and since in the crucible of our national experience are vital to Australia's future. They define us as a people and as a nation. This is the importance of being us.